Today we are back at the Dome and we're going to be playing with some layouts and basically just trying to figure out how we're going to build out our wall and kitchenette and where we're going to house the bathroom and the bedroom portion and just see what space we have to work with. And unfortunately, it does not include the bathroom pod. Guys, we tried so hard to do every measurement and every scenario where we could include the bathroom pod. We got this included with the Dome. It was all set up at the tiny home show when we purchased the Dome. And although at the show, it just seemed like the perfect fit for the bathroom and for the Dome, once we got it here and we got the Dome up and we brought it into the space, it immediately started to look so intrusive into the room, like almost a sore thumb at this point, because we can't really position it the way we want to. With pushing it back as far as possible and not having it all the way butt up to the Dome, we have still all this space behind here that will be wasted space, and it doesn't leave a lot of room around this front section to be able to place a bed and just have living area. So we want to see how much space we're gonna gain if we decided to build out our wall and bathroom. We do know that we'll be able to utilize all this space here in the Dome, because if we leave the bathroom pod, this area is going to be the entrance to the bathroom, so we can't really put anything in this area. It's just not lining up the way we needed to line it up. That's the only thing I can say. It's just not working for us the way we're envisioning laying out the Dome. So today we're going to be measuring for what would be our walls if we were to build it, and where would be our bathroom, where our kitchenette and cabinets would lie. We're gonna see if it's really worth building out something and not using the bathroom pod. I don't know what we're gonna do with it. It is such an amazing piece. It is just probably, guys, entirely too small. We brought the bathroom toilet in here, we brought the vanity in here, and we laid it all out just to see, are we envisioning things? Is this really that small, or is it just small because it doesn't have the fixtures in here? And sure enough, we put everything in there and it still seemed tight to us, at least for what we want this Dome to offer. Now that we have it home on our property and we're seeing it with the views and just the ambiance that it brings, it just calls for a bigger, more luxurious bathroom. So we're doing away with the bathroom pod for now. Hopefully we can either list this thing and get some money off of it, or maybe we can incorporate it in another build. Today is really important. We're talking about the layout of the Dome. We're trying to build out our bathroom and our kitchenette. Guys, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, this is a perfect time to do so. We're just getting into the build. We're gonna put this thing on Airbnb. We're gonna get our tiny home up and running. We're gonna get that listed, and we really wanna see if it was worth all the work, all the headache, all the hassle of selling everything in Florida and coming out here to live our dreams. We're not gonna let this stop us just because the bathroom pod is not working out. We're going to continue to try and build our own bathroom and kitchenette. Maybe we can get that to work better, but it starts with measurements. So we're gonna take measurements first. That's how we're gonna know exactly what we're doing. So right now we're mapping out our shower. We went online and started looking for a shower pan that we would want to use, and we got the dimensions off of it. So we pretty much know where our shower is going to sit. We need to figure out where the toilet and the vanity is going to sit, and is that going to free up some space for us, or just make it at least easier to use the restroom. Do you know how big of a vanity we're going to be getting?
Probably 30.
I think that can sit there fine.
Here, over there, toilet here, vanity there.
Maybe the vanity here and the toilet over there, just so when you walk in, it's not like toilet. And the shower is gonna kind of, make it seem like a little cove over there for the toilet.
So I thought this one get tight over here, 30, coming over, and then it's gonna be sticking out probably 18. So it's like you're gonna be walking in through a little wedge.
That's fine. So vanity over there where the tape measure is. Shower here in this corner.
How much space you need for a toilet? I put it in the box.
So where's the door? In the corner. And then you would walk in, and to the left is the toilet, shower, and then vanity over on the other side of the toilet. And is that enough space for your door and everything?
Should be. I don't know what type of door we do. We'll have to be creative with the door. Okay.
You say it's okay?
I said we'll see. It might be.
We did get a little bit back from with the bed from the line we had drawn before. I mean, it's not a ton of room we're gaining in the room, but at least we're opening up the bathroom a bit. Huh?
How long was the bed? 78, 80?
I thought you said 80, yeah. It seems like a lot more. That's why I'm like, we need to figure out how to get this in more, because we don't want the cabinets going into it can't go into the room anymore. I feel like we can try and utilize the counter space, inside the cabinets, because I don't really see guests like utilizing the cabinet space in the kitchen. Like they might open it to see what we have in there as far as utensils and stuff like that. But if we have everything kind of laid out properly for them, there's really no need to have a big cabinet space with stuff.
I wish it was big enough right here. No, it'd be real close. I don't know if I could just make the cabinets go right around, put a little cabinet door right in front of the panel.
It's not going to be deep enough to turn it the other way?
You know what, I probably could still just build a cabinet door, or put a cabinet door on it and put it in here, inside, make a little cabinet.
That's what I was asking, if we can go the other way.
Put it back here because it's further in.
Mm-hmm.
That'll be wider. So just sink it in a couple inches. That should work, as long as we still got enough space for that and the water heater, which we should. Still, the water heater's the worst part of it. If we have to go to a 20, we gotta go to a 20, but...
I don't know. I feel like if we have 12 at the camper, 20 should be decent. The most we're expecting is for 2 people to take a shower.
That 20 goes, that 12 goes quick though. It's only 8 more.
It definitely does. I'm going to say by the time you get at the shower, and I turn the water off while I'm taking a shower. So, I've learned to do that while living in the camper. Who's to say guest is going to do that?
Especially when you have a nice shower room.
So the corner by the door is going to be our problem child, trying to fix everything in that corner.
Realistically, you got, say, 20-gallon water tank. If your faucet is 2 gallons per minute of flow, if you're on full heat, you'd have 10 minutes of a hot shower with full heat though.
20?
10, yeah.
But most people take a 10-minute shower.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
And that's not to say you can wash your hands a million times or cooking with hot water.
Dishes right before or something.
Now, at least the door's on this side, so we don't have to worry about it intruding into the kitchen area. And then you'd walk in, the toilet is right here where you're standing. Toilet, the shower's in the corner, and the vanity is over by the tape measure in that area. wouldn't be a bad layout. I think it leaves it more open walking in by having the toilet here.
Like, granted, the toilet sticks out too, but it's not like a big bulky stick out. Givenchy is like 15 and 18 inches, isn't it? Roughly. Let's see. 16 and a half, right in between religious goods. I'll walk in.
Kind of too designated. And then that's a hard pass because it comes up tall too, so you have to walk out that much. Whereas even if the toilet stood out that much, you can kind of get around the toilet. It doesn't seem like, oh, big structure in my way.
You could do 30 inches, but you'll be right up on the shower. 24. Use the space from the shower.
20. What do we have that came in the dome?
16 or 18.
Mm-hmm.
18.
And that's small. So 20 ain't gonna be much bigger.
Like perfect.
Yeah.
So you can still put stuff on the counter and make up your toothbrush, toothpaste.
Yeah, we gotta. Yeah, we gotta make it make sense too. If we're getting rid of a whole $5,000 bathroom that came with the dome to build in a bathroom, we gotta justify it space-wise and being able to use bigger or nicer materials. Otherwise, we're just getting into time and money for no reason.
Look at the toilet size. You could stick with the round one though, if you don't want it to stick out too far.
I really don't care. It's not someone's house. It's just a toilet to use. I really don't care. I normally would prefer like a oblong one and like our house and stuff, like when we were renovating. But as far as a toilet just to use on a vacation, I think that's just a matter of preference of what you like aesthetically. It's going to do the same thing versus round or long. I would definitely stick with a round one or even one like the one we bought for your house with the small tank in the back. So we think we may have kind of found a layout. We still have to work with a lot of measurements. There's a lot of things to hide when it comes to doing a build because you have your water heater, you have your electrical panel, and all that kind of stuff you want to store on the inside. So we have to try and designate a place for those to go. And the space in the dome tends to get taken up pretty quickly. We're trying to bear in mind also that looks can really be deceiving. We know when it's an empty space before we get furniture, it tends to look a lot smaller than it actually is. So we're trying to map out and draw out as much as we can where the actual things would sit. For instance, right now we have the bathroom pod in the place of where the bed would be. And we use pieces of wood all around to kind of map out where everything would be. So the bed would be in this area here where the bathroom pod is, but it actually comes out as far as where this piece of wood is here. So we still have a lot of walkway behind the bed. So the bed would actually stop at this square piece of wood we have here. We have all this area over here that's going to be open, and that's going to be great because it's going to be on the side with the kitchenette, and we can probably put a small little dining area here, and you still have a good walk space in between the bed and the window for you to be able to come into this section, which takes you into the bathroom. The bathroom door is going to be basically in this open section here, and you would enter into the bathroom this way. And now Eric is basically trying to map out the shower and the toilet and the vanity that's going to be in the bathroom. Now already by building out our own bathroom, we gave ourselves a lot more space with the bathroom. And of course we're getting bigger fixtures too. So even though it's still a smaller bathroom, it is still a tiny home. we are able to get a bigger shower in here, a bigger vanity, and a more comfortable spot to use the actual toilet. So it is working out for us by trying to build our own. So Eric just drew out the shower. It's so hard to kind of see it on camera, but this section here that's mapped out, we're going to have a corner shower just in this section here. And then we're measuring to see if we can actually get a toilet next to the shower, and Eric's working on the measurements for the doorway. So in this section, when you come into the actual door, you're gonna walk into a little kitchenette, and we're basically so strapped for space that we are leaving enough like walkway, almost like a hall from the door to get into the actual bedroom. But in between the levels and the wood that we have laid out here is going to be the cabinets. We're probably going to have to cut our cabinets down to 18 inches to get them a little shallow so they don't protrude into the room too much. But we're going to try and do sort of like an L-shaped cabinet here to where we can have the water heater and the electrical panel hidden in this corner here next to the door. And then we will just use this part here for cabinet space. So we have to get real creative when it comes to building out this dome. That's something I didn't really anticipate because, like I said, we had the bathroom pod and our intentions was to fully just slide this in here, get the outer shell on here, which is gray kind of slats and wooden board and kind of thing.
So this is what you're kind of setting up though?
If it works, I think it's fine. I mean, it opens up the bathroom a bit. It takes care of some dead areas. And it's going to be more true to us. Like, we're so used to building out stuff and really designing that I can't believe we initially thought that this bathroom pod would be the best option for us. I could see how we thought that just quick and easy. It was available with the dome. I don't think they wanted to sell it apart. So we had to end up taking the entire thing from the show. This is the vanity that came with the bathroom pod. And this is as big as you can fit in there. And although you're on vacation, I mean, to not be able to have somewhere to even just get dressed, put your makeup bag down, or even just a toothbrush, we basically realized the problem before it became a problem for us. And we just want to be able to take care of those issues before they even arise. Because I personally know that this would be kind of a hassle for me to get dressed if I was on vacation, and especially if I took vacation for a special occasion and we're going out to dinner or something and I'm already rushing, and that would just be a nightmare for me to get dressed at this vanity. So something slightly bigger where you can at least put down a makeup bag would help. And so we just really want to make this dome as comfortable and as we personally envisioned it. And now that we're really getting into building and pulling things out that's been packed up for so long, we're just starting to realize that some things is really not what we had when we envisioned the dome in the first place. So Eric is now mapping out what could be our new bathroom and kitchenette area. He even drew the toilet. Oh, I wish you guys can really see the drawings on the floor. Eric drew the toilet out here, which is awesome too, because I think he did it to spec, and it shows really what it's going to look like when you walk into the bathroom. Our toilet here, once you walk into the bathroom door, and the door is going to be at that opening here to the left, you're going to have your toilet, you're going to have a corner shower, and then the vanity is going to be in this spot. He also has it drawn out on the floor, and that is already a better layout than the bathroom pod. I'm actually standing in free area in the bathroom, and you didn't have that in the bathroom pod. You definitely couldn't stand up and like dry off in the bathroom pod, even though you can just walk right out. This is going to be a better just area to get dressed, be able to utilize the space of the dome a little better. I think the biggest problem with the bathroom pod is the fact that it's such a square or rectangle and the dome is definitely a circular shape, and it's calling for different angles for things to be laid out in. It's not as cut and dry as putting a square box in the middle of a circle. And so this is probably a better layout to get the bed to be positioned to the window where we want it to be, to not have the bed as close to the window, because now we were able to pull the wall that the bed is going to be anchored on, pull it closer to where I'm standing, giving us a better distance between the actual wall, the bed, and the window. So we gained a little bit of space on every end, and then we also gained a bigger space in the bathroom. But not only that, we're actually using full-size fixtures in here. You have a full-size shower, toilet, and vanity, whereas before we had that tinier vanity that we were stuck with using because that's all fit inside the bathroom pod. So now our possibilities are a little bit more endless. We're getting into actual full-size items that we can now decide which kind of style we're going to go with, and we really can make this thing ours and make this the luxury glamping dome that we want it to be by doing this. It's going to cost us some more work and some more money, but it's going to be worth it in the end, because this ultimately is an investment for us, and so we want to make the right decisions while we can, and that's during the building phase. So it's been a lot of sleepless nights and a lot of thinking about what we really can do, but ultimately, guys, it came down to having to build our own bathroom. So stay tuned for that, because that's going to come in another video. But it's kind of what me and Eric we're already used to, building and refurbishing and rehabbing. So it's going to be fun for us. That's what we love doing, designing and decorating together. So I'm looking forward to it. I hope you guys hit the subscribe button, the like button, and also the notification so you know when we have that video out. And we're just going to continue on trying to finalize mapping this out, making sure that this is what we're ultimately going to go with, because now we have to start ordering stuff to start the building process. So thanks to everyone that watches us in our crazy shenanigans. Thank you for joining the journey, and we'll see you guys in another video where we completely transform the interior of this dome into a luxury glamping site.